Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to episode number 209 of GhettoRig Podcast. My name is Ray, and to my right, we have Eddie, my co-host, behind the camera, the man with the plan and all the cool uh, animations and logos and all kinds of good stuff he's working on.
Be
So you're gonna
outside,
see
be
some.
outside.
Yeah, he's outside for sure. He's the whatever the version of a
We
304
outside, but
for a
we
man is.
inside.
So you'll be seeing some new stuff come popping out on the channel. But before we dive in, quick word about our sponsors: UFC. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. UFC Gym, Largo, and Pinellas Park. Also Vitality 1 and 2, and Pinellas Park and towards downtown St. Petersburg. Go check them out, guys. Instagram pages, so on and so forth. The second gym is getting very, very, very close to being opened. It's very close to securing all the financing and everything that's needed to get things done and moving. But without further ado, boys, what do we got today? You know what's crazy?
I got a little trivia game though where you can play.
Do you? Okay. You know what's crazy? I haven't heard anything crazy that Trump has done lately.
What do you mean?
I haven't heard anything. Nothing really went viral like that.
The Gulf of America.
Well, that was already a couple of weeks back, right? They did officially change that.
Oh,
It's
you're
Gulf of
expecting
America.
you're expecting the reality show every day.
Yeah, bro. Like I was expecting back to back to back to back to back. Now I
mean, I
give it
think
to
he
them.
did do back to back like for about a week and a half,
Yeah,
and then it's just kind of waiting until
like I
the
think
hundreds of things he just did play out. You know?
I think he just came in with an idea that he's gonna do the plop on a table and say, "Hey, new, I'm the captain now." You know what I'm saying?
Though, like there's got to be some plot development. You know.
Yeah.
You can't just go straight into things.
Yeah.
It's only season 2.
But the cool part was where Elon was there with his son. They caught him picking his nose, and like it was Elon standing, then his son right by the oval office table, picking his nose like this.
Who, Elon or his son?
Elon's son, yeah. He took his like
How old is he?
I don't know, like a 6-year-old, 5-year-old,
Oh,
4-year-old,
what'd you
like a
expect? Yeah.
Expected.
tiny little kid. So apparently a lot of people look, man, he's talking like he's the president, blah blah blah, this and that, the third. You gotta understand, this motherfucker being autistic, he's excited to be in the fucking Oval Office standing next to the president, you know what I'm saying? You know how he's jumping up and down in the air, He came in with the same energy. But I don't know, I haven't heard anything crazy that he's done lately, you know what I mean? Besides like the Gulf of Mexico. I give it to them though.
He's been doing side missions. He was at Daytona.
Yes, and I give it to him that he all that was kind of like a ploy. All those like tariffs and this and that and the third was more of a ploy to get what he wants. You know what I mean? And he got what he wants, and he's like, all right, no more tariffs. You know what I mean?
He's definitely using the tariffs very well though. Like,
Yes,
he's
he
getting
is.
shit done.
Now the idea that he has, he wants to say like, okay, we can get rid of income tax, but then we're gonna increase the tariffs so we can get rid of the income tax. But I don't think that can happen. Just the government has gotten so big and there's so many expenses that we do need our.
If you want another thing that's been on the news about Trump, it's that he recently basically threatened schools, depriving them of funding if they don't stop their DEI programs.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I think the best man or woman should get the job, not because of your color of your skin or because of your gender or because of your sexual orientation. You should get the job. You should get the job because you deserve to get the job, right? And I think that our education system needs a complete rehaul, right? Like an average adult, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, cannot name 3 fucking countries.
What do you mean?
Like they cannot name 3 countries.
That's
Well,
not
lucky
true.
for you, in today's trivia questions, we are gonna have some travel questions for you.
All right, perfect. Because they like you're a foreigner, you can name 3 countries right off the bat, right? Like
But that's not because I'm a foreigner. That's because I'm a human being that's lived in a civilized world. Come
Yeah.
on, bro. You telling me an 18-year-old can't name 3 countries?
they
That's
can,
bull-
bro. They can. You ask them for 3 countries, they name in continents. I swear to you, they'll be like France, Paris, Africa. Like, that's serious,
Bro, I need you to stop watching all that bullshit content of these kids. That
bro.
is not true.
An average kid cannot name 3 countries. I'm just.
Bro, you
telling
can go up to Samantha right now and ask her for 3 countries and she's gonna give it to you.
I don't know.
That's bullshit, bro. Come on, you talking crazy right now. You think people are that fucking stupid, bro? Really? You gonna believe that? I don't believe that.
I don't
one
know.
bit.
All I know is that education system is fucking failing in the United States. We got
Yeah,
a
I
shitty
mean,
education
well, that's been
system.
happening since I was a fucking kid. That's not nothing new.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the whole idea is we need a rehaul of the system. We need to figure out a better way where people are coming out. I think this lady went viral. She said that math is racist because saying 2 plus 2 is 4, that's racist. Because what if somebody doesn't know that and they're of color? So you're discriminating them because they don't know what the answer
That
is.
sounds crazy.
You just walk away from that conversation. You don't deal with
Yeah,
that
I think you're
bullshit.
taking these people a little too serious, Jay.
No, I'm not taking them too serious. These motherfuckers got opinions and they got voices and they go wide and
Yeah,
far.
but it's always the dumb fuck that has the biggest voice, bro. You
No,
know
I
what I
get
mean?
that,
Like
but
the
these-
people with the masses, everyone that comes and says, no, that's normal. Yeah, of course no one pays attention because that's normal.
No, but what I'm
Jay,
saying
do you
is
follow the Shade Room on Instagram?
no, I
Don't follow them, bro. You're gonna be
No.
arguing all day with people in the comments. They
No.
say the most stupid shit from just out of pocket.
Yeah.
Bro, because people know how to rile people up on the internet. That's another
No,
thing.
I'm saying these people that have these voices, these are the minority that have the voices and they have a following and people literally follow them. Like this, for this lady to come out, I don't know what it was. I think she was like on national. I think she was on Piers Morgan or one of the national TV. She came out and said that the math is racist.
That just doesn't make sense, and you just walk away. From
Like,
it.
and these people are given airtime. You know what I mean? Like that's the issue. So
I don't know. I don't think that necessarily. Is that necessarily always an issue? Isn't it kind of good so we can point out the stupid
no,
people?
I agree with you. You point out the stupid people, this and that, but that person was an educator in a school system.
Eddie,
So they're actually educating students, right?
I want to see if my theory about Camp Patterson is true here. Eddie, did you ever have a class where they instructed you to take care of a rock for a day or two?
No, but no, but
Like you have to take care of it. As a baby.
Joe comes
They-
in, I can name only one country, America.
they I know like my sister when she was in high school, they had her take
Hey,
care
Emily.
of a fake baby where it had like electronic shit and everything. Like
Yeah, well, that makes a little bit more sense than a rock.
yeah,
But I remember, like in middle school, I think it was, or elementary.
I mean
where they
maybe I
had us
took
take
care of a rock. I don't know.
Well, whose idea was that? Like, we don't have enough of those, those robotized babies, so we're just gonna give them a fucking rock. That
Well,
we found
also I think
outside,
we were
you know?
real young, like too young to be given like expensive electronics to a child to take care of.
Yeah,
Or expect them to
Tyrone was
understand.
also like a D school, so
Yeah, we don't have a
didn't really
great
get
school
much funding.
system here. Like
they
Whatsoever.
I mean, after we left, they had
We
all of
renovated
their
the whole
youth
shit.
funding,
But okay, let me ask you this: how the fuck do you take care of a rock? What do you do with a rock?
I don't know. I didn't
don't know,
have this
bro.
project.
All right, Emily, put that shit in the comments so we can see, because it looks like you've taken care of a rock. So I
Let's
just
go.
don't know.
I'm not the only one that take care of rocks. So
What?
so what I was trying to get to is Cam Patterson. He loves rocks. I think he
Mhm.
might have actually got traumatized by that.
You think he like?
Oh, you think it's like a PTSD
you think,
for him?
you think he lost his rock and like he can never get over it?
Or he found his new love in a rock while he took care of the rock.
I don't think they have a name for that condition.
Nah, rockitis?
Yeah, I don't think they have a name for loving rocks.
Okay, so it was in elementary school. That makes sense.
But
A little
didn't
bit
you?
more sense.
So
but
do you
still,
remember, Miggy, what were you doing to take care of this rock?
I don't know, put it in my pocket or something. And just took it home, bro.
So what were like, they had to have
You
some
could,
sort
like,
of a...
You could like paint the rock and like give it a smiley face or whatever. It was your rock.
I remember painting rocks, but I don't remember them being like, "All right, now you got to take care of it." I don't remember that.
This is the fucking oddest shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Welcome to the American schooling system. You have to write down all the things you did to the rock, like change clothes and feed.
Well, you know when they give you
Oh, I
$2,
kinda do remember that
when they
stuff.
give you $2.40 per student per year.
Yeah, you fucking finding rocks in the parking lot.
Let's
That's
go
what you're
outside,
doing.
kids, and find us a rock.
Yeah. No, I get that, but it's just like, that's the dumbest shit. Like, you know, at that point, is like, you know what? Let's not talk about rocks. Let's teach these kids finance, like basic finance. You know what I mean? Let's spend this time teaching them some shit that they can use. Because when I went through school, we didn't, bro, taking care of a rock, that was an easy day if I had that shit, bro.
No, I mean this was in elementary school, bro. I was a
Yeah,
little
even in
tiny
elementary
kid.
school, bro.
I mean, we did math and all that shit too.
I remember
But-
voting in third grade.
Voting.
Yeah, we had like an election, and I remember very vividly. It was Barack Obama versus Bush at the time, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Bush had his 2 terms. It was Barack Obama against
Thought it was Bush.
no
This
Bush.
guy's got a weird name. Al
Gore.
Gore.
No, it wasn't Gore because it was going independent.
Fuck.
I don't remember who were the opponents. Ask ChatGPT. But I think it was 2016 or
18.
12.
No.
16.
16. You're right.
16. No, it had to be 12. 12 because in 20 Trump came in. No, Trump came in 16, so it had to be 8. 2008.
2000. Damn, bro.
McCain, John McCain. That's it. Yeah, John McCain.
You
was a
telling me Barack
Republican.
Obama took office in 2008?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that shit, bro. God damn.
Yeah,
Listen, I
McCain.
feel like an
McCain
old
was
head.
old, and I think they didn't elect him because at that time McCain was pushing like 82 or some shit.
And Barack was just that nigga, bro.
No, he was a very eloquent orator, man. That motherfucker could talk.
Well,
Yes, he knew how to speak.
I
That's for sure.
remember that I voted Barack Obama,
Yeah, bro.
and he got elected. I was happy, like, yeah, my vote counts.
You're on the winning side, yeah.
Let's go.
You know, man, I remember in school, I don't know if this ever happened to you, Miggy, but you know, I just referenced the whole like $2.40 per student per year. And that's not like an exaggerated number. I want you to know that, right? Like I remember having a teacher one day, she like freaked out because we were all being little assholes, which, you know, kids are always little assholes. That's what we do. And she freaked out one day and basically like went off about like how like we were breaking something or whatever, and that she had bought for us to do to educate us, that she cares that much, and you know we're doing this, and she takes her own money that she doesn't have to, and the school like blah blah blah. And now that I look at it in retrospect, I'm like, lady, you're right, but why are you screaming at little kids about it? You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're 100% right, but like in retrospect, it's
Right
probably
idea,
not.
wrong execution.
Yeah, there you go. Right idea, wrong execution for sure. Nah, man, that shit sucks. Like, imagine though, like wanting to be a teacher, right? Like that's something you like. You like teaching people. You want to educate kids, whatever it is, and just knowing that you're going into a field that is absolutely needed. People that are like you are needed that want to do it, and you're just being fucked.
I feel like if you go up to a teacher and you just go up to them and you're like, hey, what are you doing? They're like, I'm a teacher. And you're like, why? If they like their job, they're probably going to be like, because I like it.
Well, see, here's the thing with teachers, right? This was, and Joe was absolutely correct. You need to teach these kids better shit, right? Like than just dumb stuff. Have you seen new livery for Formula One?
I saw a couple of the cars. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. 100%. You know, I went to high school. I only graduated in 2018, 19, 18, I think. 18 technically, but 19 was like my, like the year, like my class graduation was, because I graduated that semester early. Man, it's bullshit. It's, to me, when you look at it now, and it's like, bro, time is not a very, like, it's a very valuable thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And the amount of time and effort wasted in those classrooms is horrible. And I understand it for the little kids. You got to teach them structure, right?
Yeah.
Majority of people are going to go and get a 9-to-5 job. That's just how the world works, right? So you got to teach them structure and how to go in, learn something, and be able to apply that skill. But as a high schooler, you've already been doing it for 8 years, right? Like, how hard do you need to condition the kid? Like, how hard? Like, really? To the point where it's not, where it's like, at a certain point, it's just conditioning because you're so young, right? That you're just getting them used to the habit. But at a certain point, you're dealing with young adults, 15, 16, 17, 18. I remember as a kid, 21 years old in my classes. Fucking super seniors, you know? Like, these are adults. You got to fucking start treating them like the world.
As such.
Yeah.
Well, I think here's the quintessential issue that we have in this country, right? The country is very safe, and it's a good thing. You know, everyone gets to survive. Nobody's really dying from anything else, right? Like, more people survive nowadays than ever before because world is very safe. The problem is the ecosystem, the nature didn't design it as such. A third of the people always have kind of died off, whether it was due to illness, due to like not making it, or due to whatever it is that was happening, right? So I think we're no exception, except things are so safe that these people survive. And then what happens is you have this group of people that can progress and continue going, but because you have the 30% of the population, which is a significant amount, 33% of the population, a significant amount, drags everybody else down, and you can't just leave them behind because then they become a burden on a society. So all these people have to kind of like retard and stop what they're doing to bring these other people afloat with them. Like those 21-year-olds that never made it, they should have been kicked out of school long ago. Whatever happens to you, happens to you, right? But we can't do that. We have to take care of these fucking people. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. Like, just we're literally, there's no more of survival of the fittest, right? Whether you take it in a sense of like fittest, you don't have to fight in wars and things like that anymore. The fittest becomes like intellectually, are you there to?
I think an easier way to say
society?
that is the excess amount of options.
What do you mean?
By that I mean when you're a young kid in school already and you're in high school and you're starting to have that young adult mind. And in high school they do start to kind of do that a little bit, try and give you more freedom, try and have you make your own decisions. But by doing so, what ends up happening is all those kids end up going and flipping burgers. Right?
Yeah,
so
they do.
To them, there's so many options, right? So like, what I'm trying to say by that is, oh, why do I go to school when fuck that? I'm gonna end up getting a 9 to 5 anyways. Let me just go get one now and stop dealing with their bullshit.
Let me give
that's
you
an option to them. You know what I mean? And so I think that's an issue as well.
Well, let me give you an example. Like in corporate America, especially big companies, what the big companies will do every year, they'll fire 5% of the company. Every year or every couple of years, they'll fire 5% of the company, lowest performers, and then they hire back that 5% immediately, right? What happens, they'll fire the 5 bottom percent and they'll hire the new batch. With the new batch, you're going to have good ones and you're going to have bad ones. Good ones are going to outperform the ones that are like the 95% and up, even if they outperform and they become part of the 90%. So they're outperforming 5%. So every couple of years, you're getting rid of the worst ones constantly. And then what happens, eventually, over time, your company's maintaining the top talent, right? So now what's happening for the company, you're bringing in top talent. So you no longer have, you're getting rid of these bad ones. But with the education system, especially public education system, you can't do that. Like normal.
Well, no, at the end of the day, they're kids still.
Yeah, you can't do that. And then in just general, anything that's public, anything that's government supported, you can't, like, everyone gets a chance, right? Like you were talking about Obama. Obama's thing was no kid is left behind. Basically, every kid can go to the university. But now you got kids that are doing fucking stupid ass gender studies, this and that, the third, the fourth, the fifth, like sociology, psychology degrees. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to find a job with it, and if you do find a job with it, you're getting paid $40,000 a year.
I remember,
and you're a burden on a society.
In high school, I learned that when I was going to high school, they had that psychology was the largest growing career.
It still is
across every single career.
Yeah, because shit's very easy. Shit's very easy. It doesn't require a lot of fucking computing power of your brain. It's a very easy subject to learn, and then just any dumbass can go out there and do some dumbass research, right? And then put the numbers out there. And now you're researched, and now you can get your PhD. Now you're a psychology PhD, but in reality, you have nothing behind to show.
What I was gonna say was he showed like how much those people make on average a year, and it was
nothing.
It was the average, just above. I think it was right around $50,000 a year.
Yeah, that's nothing. You know what I mean? So the bottom
for you
line,
to have $200,000 in debt.
Yeah, yeah, just to get a psychology degree, because it's interesting to me. Well, I think
it is a very fucking interesting subject. I took AP psychology, like college psychology in high school.
I get it.
It's very interesting.
I get it. It's interesting.
It's interesting because every time you learn more and more about the human brain, you start associating those habits and all those different things that you've learned to like prior experiences and then also new experiences that you have. So it kind of gives you a different understanding of humans.
Yeah, well, so first of all, psychology by itself is worthless, right? Like, you got to add that to a plethora of other ammunition. Like, you got to bring in sociology, anthropology, evolution, all kinds of things. You got to combine those things together for it to make sense. Psychology by itself is a soft science.
I get what you're saying, but psychology does, like, psychology on its own will 100% help you with communicating with, like, understanding communication of certain people.
That, or you can design classes in a sense where they have to communicate to each other, meaning to resolve problems. This is your task. You're going home, and I need you to figure out, go knock on business doors, figure out who's doing what. You want to be an architect? Go knock on some architectural doors, interview somebody. And here are the set of questions. You want to add more questions, you're more than welcome to it. So that's going to teach you to communicate with people in real life.
I don't think we'll ever have a solid education system in my lifetime.
Well, I think that's my point.
For us to see a real solid education system is going to cost too much money, which we won't do.
Yeah, and that's my point. You know, and the point, what I'm trying to say is, like, you got too many people that shouldn't have made it, and they did. and they're just dragging the rest of the people down. And I'm saying this with clearly understanding that I could be potentially one of those people that should never made it, right?
I don't know.
That's
I think
okay.
the who should have made it and who shouldn't is
It's not
because
up to me or you. It's up
it's-
to the general society whether they're adding anything to the society or not. And I can now go out there
because
and
I feel like
cast my vote to decide if they're good or bad.
and I feel like you're trying to say that like that's like a decision that was made from the day they were born kind of thing because of where they were and stuff like that.
No.
Because at the end of the day, like when you ask, like we asked the coach, who was it? I forgot. Would you prefer someone that's like naturally gifted or that has like is like a workhorse? Workhorse.
Everybody wants the workhorse.
Yeah, because that's what ends up succeeding. Right?
Yeah, no, that's
Like you could be dumb as a box of bricks, but if you work 16 hours a
Yeah.
day, you're gonna outperform the smart guy that works 5 hours.
But
a day.
then you have the combination of both when they're dumb as a box of rocks, and on top of that, they don't want to fucking.
Well, yeah,
do
then
the
that's
work.
called you shouldn't have made it, and you probably won't. Who does make it? No one does.
Yeah,
make
but
it
then
doing
these
that.
people are the ones that drag the system down. You
But they
understand?
don't
You have
make
to
it.
spend. You have to spend time and energy on these people. And in a class, if this motherfucker doesn't understand, the teacher has to
What
stop
do you
and
mean
try
we
to
gotta
explain
spend
it.
time and energy on these people? These are the people that flip burgers.
They do, but at the same time, until they get to the point where they can flip the burgers or stock the shelves in the Publix, right? Until
Yeah, but
that
there's no
time-
definitive way to like.
No, there
ever-
isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't one.
You can't.
This will never change.
Yeah, that's something that the only way you figure it out is by letting it play out. Like that's there's no other way to know. You know what I mean?
And this will never change because the more the society progresses, the safer and less issues we're going to have. So everyone is
So-
going to survive.
Let me see if I break down kind of the gist of what you're saying. Like, what you're trying to say is, sadly, we end up wasting a bunch of resources on someone that's going to end up flipping burgers anyways. The same resources we put into the person that's going to end up going to college. But that's called giving everyone an even chance.
Well,
And that's just how
I
we
think
have
Germany has this pretty good system of it where in high school they start teaching them skills. Like, okay, you're not good at math, you're not good at languages. Oh shit, but you're really good at like being a mechanic. So let's push you into mechanic classes, do that, or woodworking, or this, or that, or fourth. So they already specialize them when they hit the high school level. They start specializing them, and then once they get out of the high school, they immediately have a job that's going to be paying them, and they can just start being part of the society. But here, you get out of high school, and with that Obama thing that they did, no kid gets left behind. Everybody gets loans. Everybody starts going to college, which you don't sometimes belong in a college, right? Like I have a friend of mine who never went to college.
I believe that's your prerogative to go ahead and try.
Well,
know
it
what I
is
mean?
your prerogative to go ahead and try, but the bottom line is like, here's the thing. I know I can't sing. I cannot sing. I don't have a knack of singing in me. No matter how much I would want to be a singer, since age little when I was, they were telling me, bro, you don't
But
know
that's
how to
not the
sing.
same. That's not the same. That's like straight up like natural gifted talent versus.
Well, it's not natural gifted talent. You can
No,
have
no,
some
I get it,
random.
right? And you have to practice, huh?
Yeah.
Is this on?
Yeah, why?
Closing the avenue.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
finally.
What do you mean? They got good burgers.
They do, but they're
know.
fucking dead all the time. There's
You're
nothing
right.
going on there.
They are always dead.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm surprised they lasted as long
but
as
you
they did.
you gotta give everyone the chance to pursue what they
Well,
what
see,
they have. That's what.
That's what I
freedom is.
don't agree with. You don't give everyone to pursue the chance to do what they want, right? Like you look at their aptitudes when they're
You give
younger.
everyone a chance to fight for that.
Yeah, but when they're younger, not when they're reaching like 18, then they're going to college, and then now they're 24.
I don't
and you're
agree
like,
with that.
Bruh.
I don't agree with that. You're figuring your fucking life out. Some people don't understand. Like,
That's my point. If they by now don't get it,
what do you mean by now they don't get it? You say it yourself that most men don't fucking make it to the 35. Give them a fucking chance after high school.
Most men don't make it until they're 35 is because you work through it and then you
Not
most men
always.
still don't make it.
Not always.
Most men
That
still
doesn't
don't
always
make
mean
it to
that. That could also
35.
mean that they
After
work.
35.
That could also mean they fucking wasted their 20s figuring out what they wanted to really do, and then finally figured it out at 30.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, man, come on.
when
A
I
lot
say-
of people waste away their 20s.
When I say most men don't make it until they're 35, I'm comparing that in intersexual dynamics, which means comparing women to men, right? Like women get their $1 million up front, guys have to earn their $1 million throughout the years.
Forget all
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
Okay,
not in a sense of like you become somebody, because majority of the society is not going to get, like if you look at it, the top 10% of the United States earns $170,000. If you're talking about California, $170,000 ain't shit. You know what I mean? Top 1% earns $600,000. So even at top 1%, we're talking about only $600,000, right? So bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, most people are not going to make it, whether you're a man or a woman. You're just not going
Well,
to
that's how
make
the
it.
world works.
Yeah, but that's the world. Yeah,
But you have to give you should be giving everyone a chance to fight for making it.
I mean, how much chances can you give them? Until how long?
That's how we're gonna try as hard as we can to give as many people as many
Yeah,
chances.
this is why you get the situation we get, where we have to retard the classes. You have to stop what you're teaching so that one kid can catch up, so they can have the chance. So what you're doing is, you're not giving them equality. You're giving them equity.
But that's flaw in the system, not the ideology.
No, but this is the thing. You're not
You
giving
see
them
what I'm saying?
equality. You're giving them equity, which means equity meaning equal outcomes. You give them the equal opportunity to get there. But if you're not getting equal outcomes, you shouldn't try to bring these motherfuckers up to get the equal
I get what
outcome.
you're saying, but that, like I said, is flaw in the system, not the ideology. If you get what I'm saying, that's
No,
because
I don't think so. I think
yes,
it's the ideology
because
that's flawed.
no, the system, because you don't have the correct system in place to be able to differentiate and go, okay, these kids are the ones that need the more attention, and these are the kids that are more excelling. Let's start separating and creating more.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. That is true. Do we? You're talking about the physical tools to assess that. Yes, we don't have the physical tools to assess that, but we have this idea. What I'm saying, we have this idea of equity versus actual equality. Equality is the first
I get
step.
what you're
Equity
saying.
is the last step, right? So what we're saying is like, oh, we should all get equity. We don't have systems how to decide what the equality is to begin with, and then immediately we're going to equity. So final result.
There are programs like what we're talking about, but they don't work on the scale that how it needs to work, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's like, okay, out of the 30, 40, no, fuck that, hundreds of kids, right? You've got, okay, 10 that are in the gifted program. It's like, well, no, more than 10 of them are a little smart. You know what I mean?
Yes, more than 10 of them are a little bit smart, but then
And then on the back end too, right? Like the kids that need to be helped. Like, okay, there's this many kids, but only 15 of them are receiving help when probably way more should be.
that too, and to be an average person, to do an average job. So here's the thing. I think with social media and all these people showing their Lambos and Rolls Royces and this and that, everybody thinks that that's a normal thing that should be happening, right? I don't think that's the case. I don't think 99% will ever see that, even less. 99.9% will never see that, and that's okay. That should be okay, because you're part of the cog. You're in a wheel, but we're giving them this individualistic idea of like, oh, you can too. Yes, you can, but only if you're skilled enough. Now, will I become a billionaire
Skilled
one day?
enough or hardworking enough? I believe hardworking.
Hardworking is different. Yeah,
I think main variable. Are you hardworking enough?
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah, because you can be dumb as a box of rocks, but if you work hard enough, you're gonna get it. I agree with that.
We've known many people like that.
What I'm saying is, the chance of me becoming is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. Becoming a billionaire? No. But the chance of me becoming a millionaire, there's a chance that I can, like, a better chance to become a millionaire versus a billionaire, right? We're not talking about billionaire status. We're talking about millionaire status, or even like having $500,000 when you retire, right? But you have to think about it, like the way that society is designed is you need to contribute to society, which means either you have to create something that everybody needs, or you have to trade your time for money. There's no other way around it, right? There's only two fucking options here, right? So I don't know. I know these are philosophical questions. There's no really good answer for any of this shit. Should you abandon people? Should you keep them going? I don't know if we can ever figure this out. But what I do think would work better if we started teaching these kids things like finance, things like what are simple things as taxes, things that they're actually gonna use in their everyday life, bro. To me, it boggles my mind where people need someone that's going to go to TurboTax and fill up a application that step by step guides you with the answers if you have a question, to fill up your information just to do your taxes.
Well, that's because they probably don't even know the person's using TurboTax. They think they're doing it like an actual tax person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, with TurboTax being as prominent, people still don't know how to do their taxes. This is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, this should be a basic skill that everyone should know. Like, if
Do
I
you
ever
have a
kids,
tax person, or you just go on TurboTax?
dude, I TurboTax that shit. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, the idea that you, like, unless you're very complicated, where we're talking about like the K partnerships and things like that, which I'm going like M&As and mergers and acquisitions and things like that, then yeah, you need a tax person. You just do it on your own TurboTax. But if you have a basic tax return and you have basic like investments that you sold and bought, that shit's very easy to do. It guides you exactly what you need to do to get it done. If you have a basic business model is very easy to do, even your own business taxes, right? But it just takes knack for you to sit down and read through this, right? And just get it done. But most people don't know. So I think if we taught them these skills and we did not retard the system, we continued pushing forward versus stopping by taking a step, like taking 2 steps back, 1 step forward. I think what would that do? That would naturally get rid of people. Which what was happening back home? People would like at 16, they would get out and go fucking become shoe repairmen. Because that's the only thing they were good at.
You know what's a skill that I feel like they didn't teach? Time management. I feel like that's one of the like most unspoken things that us as human beings need to learn, because there's only so much time in one day, and as you become older you have more and more and more and more responsibilities.
The way they teach time management is not set up in a way for you to learn about time management. They do implement time management just in very weird ways, like bell schedules or time to do homework or
but that's a very robotic way of teaching it.
That's what I'm saying.
Versus
they implement it, but they don't do it in the right way.
What I mean by teaching someone time management is almost like having them understand being able to wing it and practicing that skill, as you view what I'm saying, right? Because yes, you do need a schedule and how to be time plan things out, but life, we all know life ain't a straight line. That shit don't go planned. Nothing goes as planned.
No, it doesn't. And I think with the time management, if you like something, if you liked absolutely everything throughout your day that you were doing, you would manage the shit out of your time, no problem. The problem is that we have to do tasks that we fucking hate to do, and we always put them bitches to the back burner, right?
And that's when time comes fucked.
That's when time becomes fucked. Yeah, because you do the fun things, right? Like, for example, when you're eating plate of food, you'll eat the bad stuff first and leave the best to the last, so it tastes better.
I learned that was only a fat people thing.
It's a fat people thing, for sure.
I learned that.
I do that shit all the time, right?
Me too.
Now, with the time management, you should be the opposite. You should be doing all the annoying shit at first, and then, you know, I mean, that should be how time management. Yeah, with eating, it should be the opposite.
But we don't do that when it comes to time management. Yeah.
Because I'll do it later, and the next thing you know, it's fucking Sunday, 9 p.m., and you got a fucking essay to write. 2,000 words. Good fucking luck. Good thing ChatGPT is available at this point, because I can tell you how many overnighters I had to pull in a university library putting a paper together with references and everything. You know what I mean? It's just, we just put away the shit that we don't like. I think that's where the time management comes in. Like, that's where you need to manage your time, right? But other than that, I
can't imagine being a high school teacher right now with ChatGPT.
No, they know, because with ChatGPT, you still happens.
It's getting so good now that you can't tell sometimes.
Yeah, but you still have to read the fucking article. So eventually, what's happening? It's you
I feel like
actually going through it. Exactly, you're going through it anyway, because they've done the research. Like with math, like if you learn a math skill or something like that, it takes about 2 weeks for you to forget it. Unless you're constantly practicing it, you're gonna forget it, right?
Maybe you want to hit the AC.
Yeah. So unless. So by you reading it, you retain something. Anyway, you retain a little bits of information here and there. They know that you're gonna write the essay, you're gonna fucking forget about it, right? But the little bits of information they're gonna retain. But I can tell you this: anytime someone that's called me out on information, that's the one that I retain the best. I have to go home and redo it again, you know. So I don't know, man.
It's not even the only Joe. It's not only resources online. I mean, just in general, the we're so worldly and connected now, and yes, largely part of that is due to technology. But I mean, even like they did it back in the old days, bro. Go around and talk to people.
Yep.
Go around and talk to people.
Well, they found that the new generation, your generation and below, actually, are mortified talking to people in person. They're literally mortified. They have anxiety attacks by needing to talk to a complete stranger. That's why when you go in a store and somebody young and you say hi to them and they're kind of like, hi, it's not that they're trying to be rude to you. They're literally dying inside because they don't know how to react to it.
I think that's so weird. I'm so happy I grew up the way I grew up. You know, like in my family.
Yeah,
I'm
160 fucking family members. It's impossible not to talk to someone.
When I was a kid, you know, I mean, shit, till this day, my mom still checks on me and my dad and everyone. It fucking bothers me. But And I used to walk into some place and it was go and say hi to every single person.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you know them or not. You go and you say hi to
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
And another thing
Luma.
is, us living here in Florida, we have that. We've talked about this recently. We have the whole thing of like when you see a stranger and you're in an elevator. Oh, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
We have that whole thing here, which I think helps. But you're right. The younger generation isn't very much into that.
No.
Which
And
I find it so
which actually
weird.
fucks with dating because they're not able to meet each other in person. When you meet somebody in person, it's awkward.
Ready?
It's uncomfortable.
Imagine if technology was where it is at today, but there was no such thing as the internet. Meaning, not the internet, but communication between others, right? So, kind of imagine if the internet was still only one way. You couldn't send information back, right? It's all pull only, right? And how much worse it would be, because at least we still communicate with other humans through online, right? Like people playing video games, you talk to your friends and you're actually talking to them, or with your cell phone you're actually talking to them.
You know what you would
imagine if the internet was here and all the entertainment was there, but there was no way to talk to people.
So let me tell you,
that's when we'd be fucked.
Because I went through that because when first Halo came out and first Xbox 360 came out, there was no such thing as like playing it over the internet.
Yeah, I remember when.
So people would get together. They would bring their Xboxes, their TVs. They would set it up in one room, bunch of TVs and bunch of Xboxes, and they would be in the same room talking to each other and playing the game. That's how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's completely eliminated, where you can do it from the comfort of your own home. So everybody gets to be behind a keyboard.
So do you think that if the internet would have had lack of communication, it would have forced us to keep more in-person communication, so we would actually still be better at it?
Correct.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. I like that.
Yeah, we would be
I think it'd be worse.
No.
I think people would get so secluded into their own worlds of just going in and playing their little VR games or watching movies and doing that, but not being able to talk to others. They would just
think about this.
Worse.
What would happen if you found out a new piece of information about Formula One, and then first thing you're thinking about is your dad and my brother, right? Like calling like, hey, did you see this? I read this, blah, blah, blah. Now you're communicating, right? Where now it's just like you send them a message. Did you see the article? Here, read it. Done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, you can't stop progress. This pendulum has moved and it's never going to come back.
No.
It's just going to continue getting worse and worse and worse. And I think
we'd need a fucking dinosaur reset button.
And people will adjust. People will adjust in their own way,
and we continue to do so.
Yeah. They'll adjust in their own way, and it'll be fine. They're just gonna grow up not knowing it. Like if you don't know it, not gonna hurt you, type of deal. I don't think we should.
I don't know if that's necessarily true though with this. Because just because you don't know how to communicate doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you. It definitely hurts you. Yeah,
but you don't know it hurts you. So you just go throughout your life being ignorant. Everybody
ignorant
else is ignorant, and that's it. But the ones that do understand the ones that do understand that and teach their kids the communication and stuff, those kids are gonna grow up and like fucking, they're gonna be managing everyone, and everyone gonna hate them because they got all the fucking money. Everybody gonna hate them. Why do they have to have all the money, right? Well, because their parents took care of it.
What questions you got for us today, Miggy?
Yeah, Miggy, let's play that game because we got into too much of the philosophical bullshit.
All right.
I like today's conversation.
What?
We're going to play Shots in the Ghetto.
Shots in the ghetto.
All right.
How's this work?
Well, we kind of already started our ongoing thing here with our last.
Do we have to have like a...
We have 15 seconds to answer these questions.
Do we have to have like a GhettoRig tequila bottle from now on for this game?
I mean,
custom-made, sublimated tequila bottle.
I don't know if that's good for us.
We only play it at the end. Don't worry. We only play it at the end, so I don't see the actual results.
All right. So I got the questions for Eddie and Jay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have questions for me, but I don't have the answers for them.
I have a few questions I had ChatGPT cook up for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Luma, thank you. Don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, and share our stuff. I'll greatly appreciate that. It does help a lot.
So.
Dude, I do have a bubble head, huh?
So, Jay, I need you to get your timer out.
Timer up?
I got my watch here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. I got to watch.
You got 15 seconds, Eddie, okay?
Mm-hmm. Whenever you finish the question, I start the clock.
First question. This high-performance Nissan GTR model, first introduced in 1999, is nicknamed Godzilla for its dominance in racing.
Oh, that's easy.
What is it?
It's a Nissan GTR Skyline.
Which one?
R34 99?
Yeah.
Yeah.
R34.
Well, that's actually the wrong answer.
No, that's correct.
No, I'll give you the right answer. The OG Godzilla is the R32,
32,
coming
yeah.
out in the 80s. That is
I'm just going
Godzilla.
off of this.
I know,
Right.
but I'm just letting you know. A lot of people think Godzilla is the R34. No, Godzilla is the R32.
R32, yeah, because that was the car that nobody could beat.
That was Godzilla. That is OG Godzilla. I give you the real answer, Mickey. You're talking the wrong one.
ChatGPT fucked up.
All right. So now we go for Jay. Are you ready, Jay?
Yeah.
This Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu submission, also called Mata Leão, is
Leon?
I'm saying it in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Is one
Rear
of the
naked
most
choke.
effective chokes in MMA. What is
Rare
it?
naked choke.
Correct. All right.
You know where I think that comes from? I'm not sure where it comes from, but I think it comes from, you know, there was that biblical character that fucking chokes the lion.
Hercules.
Uh-huh.
Is it the Hercules? There's
Hercules
also a
chokes the
biblical
lion.
character that also chokes the lion.
Yeah, I think the statue of the guy choking the
It
lion
could
is
be
Hercules.
the Hercules, yeah. So that's where it comes in, Mataleon.
All right. You got a question for me?
Let's see here. Oh, actually, I have a basic one. What does ND stand for in ND filter?
Neutral density.
Okay, I didn't think you'd know that. All right, I like it. You're,
Maybe volume on your
he
mic.
was just far,
Took us a
probably.
little bit further. But you can hear me, right? All right. Back to Eddie. Question number 2. This legendary JDM sports car, also known as the Widowmaker, gained a reputation
Oh,
for its
shit.
unpredictable handling due to its rear-engine, rear-wheel drive layout. What
The
is it?
Widowmaker. Fuck. JDM rear engine? MR2? No.
The only
Is
thing
that
I
your
can.
final answer? I don't know.
Go for it.
NSX?
Toyota MR2.
Yes!
Very
You
good.
say rear engine? Yeah.
I immediately went to NSX.
MR2.
All right, you almost. They're getting a little harder.
Yeah, that was a little harder. That was a guess. That was a good guess.
It's one of those colored games, you know, pick the color that's
Yeah.
different.
Fuck it.
All right, Jay, your question.
Yeah.
Numero dos. In his prime, this martial artist won a record 229 consecutive matches in full contact karate, proving his dominance in striking. Who is this guy?
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna name them random bullshit Bruce Lee. I don't know this.
That your final answer?
Yeah, it's a shot in the dark.
All right. The correct answer is Mas Oyama.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Yep, nope.
All right, next question.
I don't know much
So-
about martial arts, bro.
Miggy, what is the name of the Andrew Schultz special that he originally wanted to release on Netflix, but couldn't do so, and ended up releasing it on his own? What is the name of that special?
It's not the life one because the life was the new one. Fuck, I'm just gonna go with life.
10 seconds.
Infamous.
Fuck. Yeah, I should have known that. It was. Yep.
Yeah, I thought you didn't know that one.
Yep, I could have taken a shot to that one. I
What's up,
definitely
Ruben?
did
We'll
it.
see you in the chat.
All right, back to you. Where's it at? Oh, I gotta go all the way up here. All right, you ready?
Got the timer, Jay?
Yeah.
This type of memory, measured in megahertz or gigahertz, directly affects a computer's processing speed and multitasking ability. What is this?
RAM.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. Back to Jay.
Mine are easy.
I know.
I'm big chillin'.
I know those too. You're getting the basic questions.
All right. This former UFC champion, also known as the Spider,
That's easy.
was undefeated for nearly 7
What?
years
The Spider, bro. Come on.
and
I
had the
don't know this.
longest title reign in middleweight history. Who is this?
He fought. I'll give you. Can I give him a guess? Hint?
Sure. Go
He
for it.
fought Israel Adesanya. The Spider, bro. The goat.
I don't fucking know, bro. I'm telling you, I don't follow sports guys you think
But
I do. I
figured
don't
you would
remember
at least
names.
Follow UFC.
Nah, I don't remember
Anderson
names for
Silva.
shit. Anderson Silva, great.
Oh shit.
All right, back to me. What you got?
Cheers, Eddie.
Let's see. I had another one here. Boo, 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 boo.
Today,
What camera brand first released the first mirrorless full frame?
I don't know this one.
Sony.
Yeah, I saw you there. I was like, oh, he's thinking about it too hard. I got him.
It's fucking Sony.
Yeah, I knew
It's
that.
the only mirrorless.
No, it's
It's not
not.
the only, but
Not anymore.
It's the one that made it.
Yeah, they were the first ones that had
The
a
one,
full
the
frame
only.
mirrorless.
Okay, well then I guess back to you. This next question.
Oh, I
is,
know what's coming through that door right now.
Yeah, the fucking
before-
I
hurricane.
knew it.
Before entering MMA, this UFC fighter was a multiple-time ADCC World Champion and is widely regarded as one of the best grapplers in UFC history.
This is my question.
Yes.
Say again. Sorry. Go ahead. Restart. I didn't hear it.
Before entering MMA, this UFC fighter was a multiple-time ADCC World Champion and is widely regarded as one of the best grapplers in UFC history.
That's what's his
Who
name.
is this?
ADCC.
Yeah, that's what's his name.
The only person I can think that was, I think, a grappling champion comes off the top of my head is Mackenzie Dern.
Is that your
No.
final answer?
I don't even have a real answer. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know.
The answer is Damian Maia.
I was thinking about Dean Lister.
No, he didn't fight in the UFC, I think.
He did. He fought in MMA, yeah.
I know, but did he fight in the UFC, Dean?
I think so.
I don't think so.
No.
All right.
Damn, Damian Maya. We just saw him this weekend. Not just saw him, but he was cornering a fight, I think, this weekend.
All right, Jay.
Yeah, go.
Question for you. The Ferrari Enzo,
Mhm.
one of the most iconic supercars, was named after this legendary automotive pioneer.
Enzo Ferrari.
All right. That was pretty fucking easy. I
Cheers.
could have fucking got that one.
Yeah.
That was just water, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm out of water. Fuck.
I was gonna say y'all should have a live call-in line on some episodes. Next level interactive. Lol. Actually, we can actually
A
do
live
something like
call
that. You
in.
know what I
That's
mean?
funny.
We can maybe figure out how to. Tap
I've
it
seen
into
some.
the-
I've seen some
Huh?
podcasts do that. It's funny. Yeah, we can do a Google number. That'd be funny.
and then tap it into the stream, so everyone can hear the question. You can hear the callers.
Yeah.
What's your problem today? All right. So the next question is for.
It's for your boy. Let's see here. Okay, this is one that I
Can't
didn't
hear
know
Miguel.
until the
They
other
can't hear
day.
you, Miggy.
I don't know what to tell them, brother. I can get up close here, but
Let me see what's going on here.
mics are unmuted.
Speak, Mikey.
Yo yo yo. What?
Hey guys, give us thumbs up if you hear him better.
Give you a little more gain now.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, say it with your chest, Mickey. That's all we need. Mickey, do you know what the difference between what it means when it says 422, 420, or when it comes to color sampling in photos in cinematography? Do you know what that means?
That's the bit rate.
Nope.
Oh.
What is it?
Um,
What is it?
Pixel
So-
aspect ratio.
So, its bit rate is kind of similar. So, but it's not necessarily the same.
Pixel aspect ratio.
No, so the answer is retains more color information per pixel, improving color grading flexibility. So it's the answer is like what the answer to bitrate would be, but it's technically something else. So it's kind
It's
of
a
like
fucking
bitrate.
I'll
but
give it
different.
to him, bro. I'll give it to him, bro.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah,
set
I
up.
get it.
It's
I'll
not the
give
same
it
thing.
to him.
You
I'm
could have
getting
just
set
told
up.
me the difference in color, and I would have said okay, but it's not the same. Bitrate is different.
No, I'll give it to him, bro. It's
It's a setup question. It's an open-ended test.
Okay. Well, to me it was
it
something
requires
different.
an essay.
All right.
Oh, talking about that, before you guys go, when my mom
I wasn't
wasn't,
done with the questions, bro.
I know, but this actually brought something in memory. Like when my mom was younger and going to university, same thing with my uncle and my aunt. When they went in to pass their test, it wasn't like a multiple choice test, right? They would have a couple of questions that they would study on, and they would show up in front of the professor, and professor would ask them a question, and they had to like talk about it.
Verbally, yeah.
And then if professor saw that they're doing good, he would just cut them halfway and say, okay, what about this? And they had to go through it. But if they weren't doing good, he would probe them and ask them more questions. So they had to learn everything about the subject to answer the subject in person versus doing the multiple choice
or
questions,
even
which are
writing it.
technically like a cheating, right? Like if you can eliminate a couple of the answers out of the 4, if you eliminate
Shit.
2, now you're at
I've
50-50
passed
to get it
plenty
right.
of tests off of process by what is it? Something by
Process
elimination.
elimination.
Process of elimination.
Yeah, because that's basically what it is.
Yeah, when you got a 25% chance off rip,
Yeah.
you know.
I can't
You
really
can Christmas
say,
tree that shit
I
and get
can't
25%.
really say I've mini mode any tests and passed them.
I have
Shit
done a
does
couple
not
of those.
work.
No, it doesn't work eeny miny mowing them, but like
No, bro.
kind of picking
Just
out.
kinda
Okay, these.
choosing logic and common sense and a
Yeah,
little bit of gut
narrowing them.
feeling.
Yeah, narrowing them down. Yeah, definitely some gut feeling there. Like
If you go with answer C, C answer is the most selected answer for correct statistically. So if you put everything C, you're gonna come up with at least like 40 to 60%.
oh shit. I mean, you were
When in
guaranteed
doubt,
a 25.
C.
C.
When in
Alright.
doubt, C.
Eddie,
Yes.
the McLaren F1, one of the fastest naturally aspirated cars ever,
Mm-hmm.
used an engine supplied by this German manufacturer.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. No,
You want to try again?
it's gotta be Mercedes, bro. German
The
manufacturer.
F1.
Can't be a Volkswagen.
A Beamer. BMW engine.
Yep.
Really?
So they cheating on their own company, huh? It's owned by Mercedes too.
McLaren?
Wow. Yeah. McLaren
Now.
is a Mercedes company.
Not I don't think so. They're not owned by Mercedes.
What do you mean Daimler Group has bought the name?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know, like for example, in Formula One, Mercedes provides the engines. Pretty sure it's Mercedes.
All right. Next up, Jay.
That is an iconic car.
All years.
We're going to go BJJ on this one.
All right.
All right. The first BJJ black belt awarded outside of Brazil went to this American martial artist, a key figure in spreading BJJ worldwide.
I don't fucking know. It's one of the fucking Helios students, but I wouldn't know even where to begin. I think there were like originally 6 or 7 of them that got it. They're right now coral belts, all of them.
No, he's saying who gave the belt.
The first
Who gave the belt?
No.
Who is the person?
First BJJ black belt awarded outside of
Yeah,
Brazil.
I don't know. It's one of the 7 or whatever. One of his Helios students.
All right. You give up?
Yeah.
The answer is Craig Kukuk.
Yeah, if you pull up the picture, I'm sure I've seen him. Yeah, I
I
remember.
don't know the guy,
fucking-
but let's look him up real quick.
Yeah. It's just such a fucking odd name, Kukuk. Yeah, he's one of the I think he's one of the Helios students. Yeah.
Hold on, we get to test out our overlay. Bam! There it is.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen these old ass fucking jujitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the first guys.
I've seen these clips of this dude doing instructionals.
Let's see that guy, the other guy with the full head of hair. Go down. Go down. That's another one of the Helios students.
The BJJ Dirty Dozen.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There were 12 of them. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
See if I got another question for you here, Miggy.
Oh shit! That animation looks sick as hell, Miggy.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of that 80s fire going on.
Miggy, do you know what anamorphic cine lenses do? What is the difference between a normal lens and an anamorphic lens?
Fucks with perception.
Anamorphic lens have less distortion.
More probably.
So, you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Anamorphic lenses create horizontal lens flares and oval bokeh, giving movies a cinematic widescreen look. So the bloom, I guess you could say, like that horizontal flare, and then the bokeh is like more ovaled out instead of having like the ridges that you see on like normal lenses.
Interesting. Interesting.
I didn't know what it meant either until I read the question. So, but I've heard of them, and I know you've heard of anamorphic too. So,
Yeah.
figured you maybe have done your research, but no.
Alright.
Now we know.
Now for you. This game released in 2004 and is credited with popularizing the MMORPG genre and setting the standard for online role-playing games. What is this game?
Wow.
Correct. is correct.
WoW, by the way, for those who know, and you've probably heard of it,
World of
is
Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Wow, even Jay knows it. That's how old this game
I like
is.
that movie they made.
I never watched the movie.
See, that's because you're not a game. You didn't actually play the game. It's not. It's a good movie if you don't play the game, but they could have done better, I guess, according to the community.
No, I've played the game when I back in the day.
Hardcore play the game or into the lore. Like
No, none of that fucking
Alright.
crazy shit you guys rabbit hole down. I don't do any of
That
that.
shit's
I played
crazy.
the
I know,
actual
like,
game.
I knew some people that back in the day, like, it was like, oh yeah, bro, you want to hang out? It's like, yeah, man, like for like an hour or two maybe, but I got a raid and like at like 7 o'clock. It's like, what do you mean you got a raid? Yeah, I gotta go play some World of Warcraft. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
There was a guy, I think they were playing, I don't think it was World of Warcraft, it was some other game, that Guild of something. They were playing that game and somehow he either ended up like doing some wrong, he lost his account or something like that. He ended up committing suicide because of that.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, you know why Flappy Bird was taken off of the App Store, right?
Mm-mm.
You remember that game Flappy
Yeah.
Bird when it came out and it's now not available anymore?
No.
It may be now, but it wasn't for a little while. He took it off because some little kid got his high score beat by his older brother and he murdered his older brother.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That was when they took that shit off the App Store at one point. I remember when I was like middle school or something. It
Well,
was
I
a
don't
long
think
time
he murdered him because of the high score. I'm sure that older brother fucking laid it on him thick. Thick. Have you seen that? I just saw.
Suck.
Yeah, I just saw a little video clip of these two brothers. You can tell clearly the younger brother's in front, the older brother is behind. He goes to the younger brother like this to his ears. He goes, "You see this string behind your ears?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, go ahead, hold on to the one end." He goes, "Hold on to the one end." He goes, "Now pull it." And as he pulls it, he goes like, "Wham!"
He smacks the shit out of him.
Smacks the shit out of him.
Kid
Kid
starts
starts crying, and
yeah.
he hugs him like, "Don't
You're
cry,
okay.
you're okay,
You're okay.
okay."
It wasn't that hard. It wasn't
Yeah.
that hard.
And I can relate to it so bad, bro, because I've done some dumb shit like that before. Like, don't cry, just don't tell mom.
I think anyone that grew up around younger family members, whether it was cousins, brothers, sisters, whatever, definitely experienced it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Don't
okay,
cry.
yeah,
don't cry.
you're fine.
You're okay.
And that little motherfucker would cry just to spite you, because it's not that bad, but they know they got an upper hand. Yeah.
At least you grew up with a brother that, like, well, it's different. You're the older one, so Arthur feels more.
Oh,
this than
he
I
was,
do.
he was like
But
that
I'm-
little brother that would nag the shit
But
out
I'm
of
saying,
you.
like, you guys could, like if you hit him, he hit you back, and it was like
It wasn't hitting, man. That motherfucker would like verbally abuse the shit out of you when he was younger, bro. And he was known for being that.
But I'm
He
saying,
would
like,
dig into
at
the
least
fucking
you guys
deepest
had that
wounds.
like freedom of like getting your energy out on each other almost, right? Like,
Yeah.
because you could horseplay and like kind of fight each other. Bro, I used to get smacked by my sister, but bro, if I laid a hand on her, I never
Bro,
never did.
apparently-
but I just knew that it wasn't, like you can't do that to a woman, right? Like that's the household I grew up in. But man, did she smack the shit out of me?
Bro, my mom has this album where she kept all the things that we've said and done, funny things, whatever, as we were little babies, right? And in one of them, I guess she was reading lately, and she's telling me, "Hey, look what I found." Apparently, he was coloring with something, and I wanted to take that pencil away from him, and my brother grabs the pencil, and goes, "Here you go, you fucking animal."
So he's always had a foul mouth, huh?
Yeah, well, not the fucking animal, but here you go, you animal.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah.
final question, and we should close it here soon because I have to be up at 4 in the a.m.
sheesh. Oh yeah, you got a hover strip.
So, for Jay,
Yeah, go.
this African country is home to Victoria Falls, one of the largest and most
Ooh.
breathtaking waterfalls in the world.
Ooh,
What is this?
that's a good one.
I like how it hit him because he knows about this.
Yeah.
I don't. He does.
Victoria Falls are like the largest waterfall in the world. Largest one. Dude, fuck.
If you give me one of the two, because it can
It's
be
got to
one
be
type.
something along the Nile River.
And there's two answers to this. It's a and a or.
Huh?
It's there's an answer and there's an or to that. I'll give you plenty of time to think about
Yeah.
it too if you want to take a guess. I know you cannot use your phone. You can't look over.
Niagara
I see it.
Falls. No, that's the Victoria Falls. I don't know. I can't think of it right now.
Alright. The answer is Zambia,
Zambia.
or Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah. Because they're right next to each other, and they're right off of the Nile.
And Eddie, I got a final one for you. If
Yeah, hit
you
me.
want to take another gander at this.
Yeah.
You hit me with a fucked up graphic or computer or camera question or whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna hit you with a computer one that I don't even fucking know myself.
Okay, let's do it.
This graphics card manufacturer, founded in 1985, competed with Nvidia and AMD, but eventually exited the GPU market in the early 2000s. What is this?
Fuck if I know. Oh shit.
It's not even that hardly because I remember seeing
In
some
2000s?
computers with it.
No, bro. How would he know it's in 2000s, right? He said, "What do
There's
we know the
computers
year?"
that have it. You can see a sticker. That should be taught in basic classes too.
Sticker. I like how you gave me a little
Yeah.
clue there.
Intel?
Sort of. Intel has some similar stickers.
No.
No? All right. The answer is 3DFX Interactive. 3DFX. Have you ever heard of 3DFX?
Yeah, that sounds
Did
familiar.
you just R2D to him?
He hard 2D to me earlier.
What is it? 3DFX?
3DFX Interactive.
You look it up later, bro.
Yeah, Intel has 3DFX that were integrated, but I guess probably they bought them out. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it there. I kind of feel like I remember. Nvidia bought 3DFX out
Well, there you go.
for $70 million in cash for nearly bankrupt.
That's why you see 3DFX on those older computers.
Damn. Yo. They made more in the long run. Still, they made more than 70 million. If they kept them fucking stocks, they were promised 1 million worth of shares. 2007, bro. Bro, that's a lot of money today.
They
a million,
kept it?
bro.
Nvidia shit?
Bro, that's a lot of fucking money.
Whoever sat on it, bro, is a billionaire right now. They probably didn't sit on it, but
2007.
well, that guy
holy
fucking
shit.
just sold Apple shares for $800 million. You know that, right? There was a guy that was part owner in Apple. They had a bunch of shares, and he needed money, so he ends up selling like damn near millions and millions of shares of Apple for $800.
Okay. Well, all right, guys, we're gonna end it here for today. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate everyone in the chat being interactive and talking with us. And shout out to our sponsors, Vitality Wellness Center and UFC Gym Largo and Pinellas Park. Go check those things out. Links in the description. And we will see you guys next week.
No, Thursday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Thursday. We'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Peace. We're going back on just for this.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Now we can go.